We meet here in Scotland in the middle of a massive political fight. We've got Labour and the SNP on opposite sides, slugging it out. But if you take a step back, they are really on the same side. You have a weak Labour Party who want more spending, more borrowing, more debt and more taxes. And the people who will prop them up, the SNP, who want even more spending, even more borrowing, even more debt and even more taxes. Now together, they pose a clear threat to the future of our United Kingdom. I came to Scotland within the first few days of becoming Prime Minister. I said we'd have a fresh start, that we would govern with respect, and that is what we've done. The government which delivered the biggest transfer of financial powers to Scotland in 300 years. The first government to hold a yes or no referendum on the United Kingdom. The first government to set up a process to agree further powers to Scotland, and which all of the major parties took part in. And at the same time, a proud party of the Union. No 40p tax until you earn £50,000. Reducing the benefit cap so it pays to be in work. Keeping our promises to the pensioners of Scotland and making sure the state pension keeps rising by a decent amount each year. Raising the personal allowance to £12,500 to cut the taxes of 30 million people. And making sure that no one working 30 hours a week on the minimum wage pays income tax. And now changing the law so there's an income tax-free minimum wage guarantee forever. And this is our message to you in the election. It's pretty simple. If you back the UK, if you want a healthy, enterprise-led economy, if you want responsibility in our finances, if you want security in our defences, there's only one party standing up for these things. It is the Conservative Party. This is our message. So thank you for today. And now Ruth is going to take you through our manifesto. Thank you very much indeed.
So friends, our manifesto today can be summed up for me in one word, and that word is opportunity. It's why I'm a Conservative, because I believe in a Britain which ensures that everyone gets a fair crack of the whip. It's what the Conservatives have always been about giving people the chance to get on in life. It's why we're in politics, to ensure that the only limits to your ambition are the ones that you set yourself. We know that too many parents are tied down by the fussy rules that our Scottish Government has placed on childcare. So this manifesto includes our plan to free that childcare up. It means that parents will have the opportunity to use childcare when they want, something working mums and dads tell us that they need. And two, we've met parents in recent weeks who want to take more control and more responsibility over their children's education. They don't see why it should be left solely to local authorities to deliver. So we'll give them that opportunity to control their own school with the new Parent Power Law. And three, we know that the dream of owning your own home is just as strong in Scotland as it is anywhere else in the UK. And we know that the SNP is now planning to block David Cameron's plan to allow ever more people in England to buy their own council home. So we'll demand that the SNP changes tack, and we'll demand that it goes further by backing a step-by-step plan so that social tenants can gradually take ownership of their rented home. Today, we're announcing our support for 10,000 more apprenticeships in Scotland by the end of this decade. Apprenticeships part-funded by government, which will ensure that young people left behind or who want to get ahead know that there is a promise of a job and that we believe in their ability to make something of themselves, to build that life, to create a better future for themselves and their families. We're going to refuse to back the ridiculous head-in-the-sand approach to spending and borrowing by the SNP and Labour. We want to build a better Britain for our children, not saddle them with the debts of this generation past. And that's why David Cameron and George Osborne haven't shirked from taking tough decisions. And this Scottish Conservative manifesto is determined that we won't either. We have to have a long, hard look at Scotland's spending priorities. And urgently, because pretty soon it will be funded directly from Scotland's pay packets. This manifesto includes our plan to transfer tax powers to the Scottish Parliament with a bill in the very first Queen's speech. It heralds a radical new era for Scotland, a new era at the Scottish Parliament where MSPs will need to show not just how they spend money, but how they raise it too. If you want to increase opportunities for our children, not land them with our debts, then vote for it. If you want to build on the referendum so we never put our nation in danger again, then vote for it. If you want to finish the job of economic recovery so that Britain becomes the powerhouse nation of the world once more, then vote for it. The only wasted vote is a vote that you don't believe in. So vote positively. Vote for a party that believes in this country, in all of this country. Vote for a party that has a plan for Scotland in Britain. A party that is back, making a difference, building our Scottish Parliament, fighting for the Union, forcing our establishment parties to remember you, the taxpayer. Serving Scotland, serving Britain. We ask for the opportunity to make a difference. And I ask for your vote. Thank you very much.